Today from New Jersey, it's the SNL Nerds, the show where two comics from New Jersey nerd out about Saturday Night Live. I'm your co-host, John Trumbull.
And I'm your co-host, Darren Patterson.
Hey, Darren. How's it going?
How's it going, John Trumbull? How's it going?
Well, okay, what the hell was that?
That was a big old fuck-up. I called...
That was like... I was Sean Trumbull?
Sean Drumble, how are you?
What the hell, man?
I don't know. Hey, man, I don't know. You know,
I'm doing fine, Perrin Dadderson.
Thank you. I've been drinking. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, all right.
Unprofessional.
Yeah, I mean, it is the evening as we're recording this, so it's not as bad as like you getting your day drink on.
That's right. It's the evening hours, Sunday night, time to party.
That's
right.
That's
right. That's how I sees it.
Right. So, did you have a good week?
Yeah, not bad. Me and the wife looked at some houses. We're looking for a bigger and better place. So, housing market out there, it's a bit of a tricky beast.
Yeah.
Oof, it is something else. What about you? How's your weekend?
This week, kind of a loss. I caught the Rona.
Gasp!
I came down with the COVID. And this was my first time. I went nearly 3 years without catching COVID. And yeah, so broke my perfect record.
The streak is broken.
I know. It wasn't real bad or anything because I'm vaxxed and boosted and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But still not fun.
No. I mean, it could have been way worse had you not been vaccinated and boosted. So,
exactly.
I'm glad you're. It sounds like you're doing better. It sounds like you're on the mend.
I'm on the mend. I'm doing a little better every day in every way. I'm getting better.
Bigger, better, faster, stronger. Exactly.
Right. Yes.
We can rebuild him.
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him.
That's right.
Steve Austin can be that man.
That's right.
The
$6 million Sean Drumble.
Whatever. So.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, we got a new episode of SNL to talk about, my man.
We do. Funny how that works out. Yeah.
Right? It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
This is the episode from January 28th, 2023, season 48, episode 11. Michael B. Jordan hosting, Little Baby as the musical guest. So
yeah, SNL continuing with the first time host.
A lot of first time hosts this season.
A lot of first timers. Yeah, a lot of people in the first timers club. We all know Michael B. Jordan, handsome man, beefy stack of sex.
Yep.
He's
slab of beefcake, that one.
Yeah, from Fruitvale Station, Black Panther, Creed. Mm-hmm. Just a muscular mountain of a sexual dynamo of a chocolatey man.
This was one thirsty episode of SNL. I mean, not since Jason Momoa, I would say, have we had this much thirst on the Studio 8H stages.
The thirst is real. SNL always...
Just a big old pool of drool.
Mamma mia, here I go again. But yeah, they always tend to do this whenever they have a host that's known for being, very attractive or very handsome.
Yes.
And so they always, sprinkle in a sketch or two about how, this person's so handsome. He gets the entire cast and crew horny.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was just
I just feel like there are probably a lot of repressed people who work at SNL.
Yeah.
A lot of comedy writers, they probably don't see daylight too much. So
yeah, there's a lot of writers that living vicariously through Heidi Gardner this episode.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So all right, well, we'll get into it. But first, we had the classified press conference cold open. This had kind of a fun build-up, it's just talking about, badass attorney general, and then it was like Merrick Garland, and then we have Mikey Day playing Merrick Garland as the wimpiest person imaginable.
Yeah, it's like this big, lead-up. It's like, hey hey, bad guys, watch out! There's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
hunted down all the January 6th insurrectionists. He
yeah.
made them pay.
So this is playing, of course, on how there have been classified documents found at Trump's place at Mar-a-Lago, and also at Biden's residence, and now former VP Mike Pence's residence. And some people are saying that Merrick Garland is perhaps not pursuing these as aggressively as he could or should.
Yeah, and and then we have Mikey Day coming out as Merrick Garland, kind of droopy dog in it, just being,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
hey, watch out, bad guys, I'm
yeah.
coming after you.
Very, very emasculating episode for Mikey Day as
Yeah,
well. That's something I noticed on my rewatch. I was like, wow, we're just cucking Mikey Day all up and down this episode.
I mean, Kyle left the show. Somebody's got to be the cook.
I guess so. I guess so.
I mean, if it ain't Kyle, then who? Mikey.
Yeah, yeah. So the slant on this sketch is, since there are all those investigations, they're also investigating other former presidents and VPs. And Keenan reports as the special agent who investigated Mike Pence, who says that, yeah, Mike Pence apparently just needed a friend.
Yeah, and basically portraying Mike Pence as somebody who is just he just needs to be checked up on, man.
Yeah,
Something's going
yeah.
on with him.
He's very lonely, and he had a folder that was labeled tax stuff and just had cut out pictures of Shania Twain from magazines.
Yeah,
that was cute.
of course. And then, of course, they sent another FBI agent to Kamala Harris's place.
Yeah.
Ego played that agent, and she said, of course there weren't any documents at Kamala's place. Like, Joe Biden doesn't even give her a pen. What are you talking about?
Yeah, she's like, get out of here. And then finally, Bowen comes out as the guy who checked up on Obama, and he's just bragging about how he met Obama and how cool Obama was, and Obama has 175 letters from Lin-Manuel Miranda, and Beyonce called him on his cell, and he ignored it.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So kind of a fun opening.
Fun opening that kind of ended on a down note too, where
Yeah.
Keenan came out and said, "Hey, after we're done with all this, we're gonna make sure justice is served in Memphis, right?" And so it's ended on a little bit of a serious note, of course.
Yeah, odd note to end it on, but I totally see why they did it, because that was unfortunately the other big news story of this week is, well,
oof,
Tyree
Nichols. If you don't know, look it up. Yeah. It is beyond horrific.
Yeah, did you watch the footage? I did not watch the footage.
God, no, I can't even.
Yeah,
like for the sake of my own mental health and well-being, like I
yeah, that's kind of how I was. I was like, this is just gonna make me feel sad and outraged and horrified and
right,
all that. Just reading about it is disturbing enough.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So. But I understand they had to touch on it a little bit, so they just brought it up really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, that was the only reference to it of the entire night, as I recall. I mean, because how do you make that into comedy? It's just.
I mean, Weekend Update he didn't even talk about it.
No,
which is probably the best call.
Yeah, probably. I mean, because if you don't have anything fresh or relevant or insightful to say about it, might bother.
Yeah, it was rough, but I mean, other than that, not a bad cold open. I thought,
pretty good, pretty good. Not too long, which I liked, and I liked that it was focused on the one story outside of that one line at the end.
Right, absolutely. This one written by Streeter, Will Steven, and Brian Tucker.
Well, good job, gents.
Yeah. So not bad. Next up, monologue. Every time I see the word monologue, that song plays in my head. I cannot see the word monologue without singing the monologue song.
I'll allow it. I mean, if you want to sing the monorail song from The Simpsons as the monologue song, maybe that's something we should start doing.
Maybe. Hey, I'm
I don't know.
down
If we
for
don't have to pay royalties to Fox
yeah.
or Conan O'Brien, I say let's go for it.
Let's do this. Let's get
Yeah.
into the studio. Put this on wax.
Monologue,
Monologue,
Go!
monologue.
So yes, our this week's host Michael B. Jordan comes out to do his monologue. He's looking quite resplendent in a maroon suit with a cool silver chain and like a
Like
t-shirt underneath.
Yeah, just oozing of sex, and the women are just going. Women going gaga.
A manly man.
Mm.
He talked about how he's kind of come full circle because he did when he was 16, he was on All My Children, which I guess is recorded in 30 Rock, and he said that was one of his first roles. They showed a clip of it.
Yeah, yeah, they've done that before with hosts. Like they'll show, the child video, like videos of them as the host as a kid, be like, to endear themselves to the audience. Yes. Like, hey, look, I was a kid once. Isn't that adorable? All right.
Yeah, and now I'm, this Greek god who directed my first movie, Creed 3.
Yeah.
And he apparently had a public breakup, which I didn't know about. Was he dating somebody famous?
Yes, he was dating Lori Harvey, the daughter of Steve Harvey.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, apparently they were going out for 2 years. I think they thought it was serious, but I think I don't know too much about the TMZ gossip stuff, but I think she broke up with him, and
oh dear,
people maybe took it as like, oh, he's really bummed out and about it, and
right, because he talked about that in the monologue. He was like photographed at a basketball game, looking kind of sad or down, and he's like, no, I'm hey, I'm fine, people, and
right.
Yeah, he was saying that he had a public breakup, and a lot of people, they get into shape after a bad breakup, but he was already in Creed shape, so he was like, I'm learning a new language.
Right, he's already beautiful, and he's learning new languages, and the women in the cast want to bone him because out comes Chloe, looking hotter than Thai food. Being like, hey there, Michael V. Jordan, I want to get in your pants. And like, she smells him.
She's like, you're single, I'm single. And he's like, wait, aren't you dating that hot writer? And this is how, at least I found out that apparently Chloe is dating SNL writer Jake Nordwind.
My man.
So,
well done, Jake. Well done.
This, by the way, prompted me to do a Google image search on Jake Nordwind because I wanted to see what this guy's working with.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, SNL seems to be a great place to go if you want to date out of your league.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. Chloe and Jake Nordwind, Cecily Strong and Michael Bryan,
Colin Jost,
Stone, and that dude. I think it was a stagehand that she married from SNL.
Yeah, a stagehand. No, it was like he was a writer. I forget his name, but I know.
Writer. Okay, of course. Yeah, why break the pattern?
Yeah, I mean Colin Jost and of course
Scarlett Johansson. Yes.
I mean you can even say Mulaney. Well, not he hooked up with Olivia Munn. That's still,
Yeah. So I am preparing my packet right now. I mean, good Lord, man, what the hell?
It's baffling because look, we both know a good amount of writers, and we're not like we're not the prom kings of the pack, as you say. So the fact that you could pull like a score just top tier, top shelf ladies like these fellows do is just
more power to you.
God bless you. You guys are living a dream. I salute you.
And I hope you're all like wonderfully happy and all that and stuff.
Yes, we salute you, sir.
Yes.
But yeah, Michael B. Jordan, like Chloe comes out all hot, smelling him. Heidi comes out all like, hey, Michael B.
She's like, I have a Creed poster in my bedroom, and it's on the ceiling. Ego comes out in a wedding dress.
Yeah.
That was very funny. I really like that. And she's like, oh, I just tossed this on. Oh, look, it's a wedding dress. I guess we'll just get married.
Yeah, and then they have Punky Johnson coming out.
Yeah, and he's like, aren't you gay? And she's like, yeah, but you're Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, hey, even vegans have a cheat day.
Yeah. Good line. Yeah, so It was cute. It was cute. I mean, basically just the joke that all the ladies at SNL want to get with him.
Yeah, just objectify him like the slab of meat he is.
Yeah. So an indicator of how the evening is going to go.
Right. And just to clarify, so Emma Stone uh, had a kid and got married to Dave McCary, who's the SNL segment director.
The segment director. Okay, I knew it was something more technical than. All right, I'm sorry I misremembered it as stagehand, but
Right. But I mean, actually, I don't think he's a segment director over there anymore, but he was. But yeah, even that, like a segment
right,
director
right,
pulling Emma Stone. I mean, God love you.
yeah.
Well done, sir.
I mean, romance blooms at 30 Rock.
Oh,
And
that's
there's
so
another
sweet.
one, Tina Fey. She's married to what's his name, the musical director.
Oh yeah, fucking Music Man.
Yeah, who wrote the theme for 30 Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking the dude tickling the ivories over there.
yeah. I think they were together before they came to SNL, but
But
still,
still, hey.
you know.
So guys, if you're looking for love, put down those dating apps and get a job at SNL.
Yeah, start taking those classes at UCB.
That's right. That's right. And then who
It'll
knows?
pay off.
That's
Um,
that's right. You too can date a SNL cast member. That should be UCB's like selling point. They should really should use that in their ads.
it should be just just anyway. Um, so we got our first sketch, roller coaster accident. This is a morning show. Good morning today. Chloe and Keenan as the hosts, and they bring on Sarah as another reporter who the previous day was stuck on a roller coaster for 19 hours straight.
Yes. Actually, also the monologue was written by,
Oh, yes.
real quick. Monologue written by Mike DeCenzo, Jake Nordwind, the hot writer.
Yeah.
He definitely wrote that hot writer part in.
Oh, 100%. How is that not written by the one that Chloe is dating?
It's like, Chloe, aren't you dating that really handsome writer with the huge hog?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And August White.
All right. Okay.
All right, and Roller Coaster Accident, which we're talking about now, written by Dan Bueller and Sarah Sherman.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a Good Morning America type talk show. They go to the segment, the cooking segment, which Sarah heads up. And like you said, she was on trapped on a roller coaster for 19 hours, going 115 miles an hour. Cut
Yeah.
to Sarah. She looks freakish with like
Yeah.
her hair stuck up in the air and
Yeah.
like her lips and mouth pulled back, her eyes wide
Pull
open.
back like when you go to the dentist and they put those plastic things in your mouth to like open it as wide as possible so they can take those photographs.
Right.
That's what it looks like. Like in Spies Like Us when Aykroyd and Chevy Chase they go on the centrifugal force thingy and their hair is all. It's a very visual sketch. What
Yeah.
what can you do?
Yeah, dude, I totally wrote down Spies Like Us. You read
Yeah,
my mind, sir.
yeah,
And this is this is a very visual sketch. Like
yes,
it's all like you got to look at it.
yes. And then they bring in Michael B. Jordan as the weatherman. I was so caught up in the sketch when I was first watching it. Like when Michael B. Jordan appeared, I was like, "Oh right, they have to write the host into sketches." I was just so caught up in like Sarah's latest bizarre thing.
Yeah, her parents is kind of freakish. I think at one point, like she talks about like an Italian dish she's going to make on the show. Then she had to
Mhm,
drink a red wine, and
right,
then she's like, as she drinks the red wine, of course, not all of it gets in her mouth, or because it's
right.
so freakishly out of shape. But I'm pretty sure she like actually she genuinely like kind of choked and coughed on it as she was.
I
'Cause
don't see how you couldn't with that apparatus in your mouth. I mean, you can't really control what's going in. So yeah, I'm not surprised that I'm surprised that it wasn't worse.
Yeah, like I with that I
Yeah,
would be really careful because like after she
yeah,
did drink the wine and it all spilled down her front, there were some times where she was like, I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like, oh shit, you all right?
yeah. I mean, that seems like a recipe for an accident right there.
Yeah, it's
'Cause- and Michael B. Jordan comes on, and he was the guy who was on the coaster with her. So of course he also hair up and out and that big thing in his mouth where it's just a rictus grin. And, of course, they're doing a food segment and stuff is spilling out of their mouths. And
Yeah, they feed each other soup, so
yeah,
it gets kind of gross. Like
there's
soup,
pasta. They do a Lady in the Tramp thing.
yeah, mom
We,
spaghetti.
we find out that Sarah has a bird embedded in her torso that she just
Yeah,
ran into.
the bird ran into her at 200 miles an hour, and like
Mhm.
the doctors say, if they try to remove it, they'll both die.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, this was fun. I like seeing something. I like that Sarah has a sketch at the top of the show. I like that we're getting this weird this early in the evening.
Yeah,
I
that
like that she's become such a voice in the show that she now has like a lead sketch.
yeah, this was actually pretty surprising. Like something like this would have cut. I feel like in the past would have got put on in towards the back end of the show, like her
Right.
googly eyes sketch with the Brendan Gleeson episode,
Yeah, yeah, or the meatball sketch,
or
or
the meatball sketch. But like
yeah,
now, I think that she's getting so popular and her audience is
yeah.
growing that they're like, no, let's put up this weird thing up top. So like
Yeah,
it's
it feels like a turning point. It's like her voice has become so prominent and so important in the show that yeah, she is now one of the things that makes up SNL's identity now.
yeah, the squirm has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean it's Sarah Squirm's world. We're just living in it.
Hmm.
Yeah. This was funny. I like this.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. It's all visual, got pretty weird, pretty
Yeah.
gross. What's
And
not
I
to like?
mean, kudos to the makeup department. I mean, because come on, this is amazing stuff.
Yeah, they had to like do the wig and the mouth, and
Yeah.
like she was wearing a scarf that they had to like have stick up and pulled back and make it look like it
Yeah,
was
like
caught in the
there's
wind.
like a wire in it, and yeah, Michael B. Jordan has like a necktie that's going every which way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's pretty impressive feat. Not a bad way to start off the night.
good stuff. Good stuff. All right, next we had a pre-tape. Southwest Airlines announcement. This was, there was a big kerfuffle over the holiday season. I think it was where Southwest got all sorts of screwed up, and
Yeah,
lots of flights were canceled, lots of passengers were stranded, and tempers were flaring.
yeah, this happened like around December. I think they canceled like over 100 flights. I think like
Yeah,
something like 3 million people were stranded without ways
some
to get
insane number. Yeah,
for the holidays, and
yeah.
it pretty much. I mean, I've never flown Southwest Airlines, but even before this happened, I just knew Southwest Airlines name was synonymous with trashy airline. Like I just like them in
Yeah,
spirit, from what I've heard, or
yeah.
pretty much like the Papa Johns of airlines. They're
Yes,
just
yes,
no damn good.
right.
So just after this happened, their name is pretty much synonymous with
Yeah, yeah. So
garbage.
it's like a lot of Southwest Airlines spokespeople saying, "Hey, we've upgraded our things. We're updated to 2008 laptops now, and all your luggage is color coded. So if it's red, it's going to Texas, and if it's blue, it's going to Florida. And our lounge is now in a Starbucks.
That was a funny line. Like
We'll just grab some seats and try to keep them all day."
yeah, exactly. We're gonna hold down a few tables, and
Yeah,
you get there early. Yeah. Yeah, I like that line. I liked how all the luggage is now color coordinated. So if you're going to Dallas, make sure you have a red suitcase.
right.
Don't bring a blue one. That's going to Charlotte.
Yep, yep. We're updating our staff with people who worked at Waffle House. So,
Yeah, these big bitches don't play.
and I liked at the end they just said, well, you're flying Southwest, so this is kind of your fault. You obviously don't respect yourself, so why should we? Funny stuff. Funny stuff. Quick,
Funnest, yeah,
quick, got to the point. In, out, boom.
right. Southwest Airlines. If it's that important to you, just walk.
Yep.
Yeah, not a bad pre-tip. I got a kick out of this one. This is definitely a fun one.
Yeah. Who wrote this one, Karen?
This one: Alex English, Gary Richardson, and Will Steven.
Well done.
Oh. Thumbs up. So next up we got Towel Guys.
Cowl Guys. This is Marcelo and Keenan.
Yes. This one's written by Mike DeCenzo, Marcelo Hernandez, Jake Nordwin, and Asha Ward.
Asha Ward. I don't believe I've heard that person's name before.
Yeah, might be a new kid on the block.
Might be a newish person.
Yeah.
Keep our eye on.
Yeah. This sketch was interesting. This was like basically a slice of life sketch. Takes place on at a resort in the DR, and it focuses on two guys who hand out towels to the people at the resort, and like it's them talking to each other and talking to the guests at the resorts. Be like, hey, Heidi comes up asking for a towel. Be like, hey, you look like Ellen DeMinimis. And then they kind of do a little dance.
Chloe and Ego come up and they're like, hey, one for the old Little Mermaid and one for the new Little Mermaid. Because, one's a redhead and one is black.
Get it? Yeah.
Elbow.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
And Michael B. Jordan came on as their manager. This was all right. It didn't really send me, though. Honestly, it kind of reminded me, I was like, this is kind of like Key and Peele's Parking Lot Guys, but not quite as good.
I could see that. This really reminded me of, I don't know which one, but I feel like it definitely reminded me of an SNL sketch from like the 80s or even the 90s. It had a very old school feel to it because it was like
no.
Yeah, because it's a sketch where it's like the premise isn't too crazy or too complex. Yeah. And it's like it doesn't really escalate, but it's more character work, if anything. This is like and
it's like the two guys who are just there and they're just talking to each other, kind of like the I hate it when that happens, guys. From the Christopher Guest Billy Crystal.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's a sketch where it's more like the thing that makes it go is just the character work and the charm of Marcelo and Keenan. Like they're making this thing. They're pretty much the engine making this thing go. Yeah. So if you're not into that, the sketch may not be quite for you.
I just thought it was like fair to middling. Personally, it was fine.
Yeah, I thought it was cute enough. They had like some cute lines here and there, like talking about like, I saw that movie Mission Impossible, man, but it's not impossible. I mean, he probably gonna do it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, they should probably call it Mission. He probably gonna do it.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, that's cute enough. James Austin Johnson comes up as like a visitor from the South, and like he blesses them.
I like the character work that everybody was doing as the guests, like James Austin Johnson, and the other folks. I thought they were doing some nice character work in there.
Yeah. Longfellow comes up as a guy from Jersey who's practicing his Spanish, who has like Duolingo.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, okay, so it's nice character work. That's pretty much what this whole sketch is. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's like, all right, this is pretty cool. A nice little old school feel. I dig it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Did we give writing credits for this one?
Yeah. Mike.
Yes, you did at the top. Okay.
Yeah. Next up, another pre-tape. 2 pre-tapes. This is the one that I've seen a lot of people talk about.
Yeah, this for me, sketch of the night. I think this was Jake from State Farm. We have Michael B. Jordan as Jake from State Farm, the spokesman, and Mikey and Heidi is the couple that he's helping out, and Jake helps them out, and he kind of hangs around after Mikey goes to work.
Right, Mikey goes to work, and Heidi's like, "Hey, do you want to stay for some coffee?" "Oh, I'd love to." And then like Mikey gets back from work, and the Jake from State Farm is still there at their house playing with his kids.
Yeah.
And and as the episode goes on, we see like he's kind of always there 24/7, and he's slowly becoming the new man of the house. Much to
this kind of reminded me of that sketch from a few years ago where Don Cheadle was he was like the Roach.
Right. I rewatched that sketch. Roach X. Yeah, the Roach X commercial.
Yeah. And this seems to be a fear of like certain SNL writers, is that like some commercial spokesman is going to come in and steal their wife. Um, this is
Yeah.
it seems to be a concern.
I mean, seeing as how Mikey wrote this sketch too, it seems like it's Mikey's concern.
A lot of Mikey getting cucked tonight.
Yeah,
I
Mikey.
noticed that on my rewatch. I was just like, Mikey is just so emasculated in the show tonight.
Like, Mikey, are you okay, man? Do you want to talk?
Is everything all right at home?
Like,
Did like the Pillsbury Doughboy like come in and get with your wife or something? What's going on?
Yeah, did Mr. Clean Raw Dog your missus? What's going on here?
Yeah, and so Jake from State Farm, he's like taking the wife and kids to church. And we see Mikey going to extremes. He's like looking at Geico ads online, and um and Michael B. Jordan is like, hey, even if you find a lower price, we'll match it. He's just doing it in this real threatening way. And I like when he was getting in Mikey's face and being threatening, they put text at the bottom of the screen that just says, not all products listed are available in all states. I was like, that is a great touch.
Yeah, that's a good touch. And I also like that part, like you said, where when he's talking to Mikey, like he's still giving the State Farm's pitch, which makes it even makes him look even more unhinged. Like like at the one point where I think Mikey is screaming at Heidi, like, I want him gone. I want him out of this house. And Heidi's like, get that finger out of my face. And then Michael pushes him up against the wall and just quietly whispers in his ear, hey, you can save more money if you do a home and auto bundle.
Yeah. And it's because those commercials, they're ubiquitous right now. Not obnoxiously so. I think they're fine. I think they're fun. And the guy they have playing Jake is perfectly nice. So, but it was it was a fun variant on that, and like it ultimately ends with Mikey on a bridge, and he's like about to commit suicide, and then he's stopped by Limu. Emu, and Doug from Liberty Mutual Insurance. And that was such a great left turn. I laughed out loud at that. I was like, oh, that is so clever.
Limu, Emu.
And that was a lot of fun. And I did not see that coming. And I thought that was, so sketch of the night for me.
Solid sketch. Yeah. I think I'll probably give this sketch of the night too. There was another sketch tonight that I really liked as well, but I think this one just edged it out a bit.
Yeah.
But
of course it did.
But like I said, this was another Mikey Streeter joint with an assist from Vanessa Jackson.
Nice,
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
Yeah. Mikey and Streeter. I mean, I like their stuff a lot. I dig them.
Same.
I like the vibe they're putting down.
Same. Like they don't always. I mean, they've had a few misses, but nine times out of 10 they hit.
Yes,
and when they hit, it's a big hit.
I really enjoy their voices on the show, and I will miss them when they are gone.
Oh yeah, departed from this earth.
Yes. Whoa, you went dark.
That's not what you were talking about.
I was saying leaving the show. You went like they're dead.
Man? You know what? I misread what you said. So yeah.
What do you know something I don't? Are they okay?
Hey, you can save even more when you bundle home and auto.
Oh my God, Mikey and Streeter, you better make sure your insurance is up to date. What the hell?
I just wanted a policy.
God.
Next up, video game session.
This is Michael B. Jordan and Bowen, and they're doing voices for a new Street Fighter game, and they're doing the fighting sounds, the and all those grunts and groans and hit sounds that you need.
Yes.
In the game.
Michael B. Jordan is doing that, but Bowen Yang's character is going more like woo, woohoo, wee, woo.
Yeah, more effeminate, let us say.
Yeah. Exactly. It's more, yippee yahoo-y.
Yeah, and Andrew Dismukes is the director. He's trying to, kind of guide him, push him in the direction he needs to go, and he's like, more like what you would actually do in a fight. And then Bowen's like, oh, hey, what are your pronouns? They're just chit-chatting.
Yeah, and like I think he says, I think Michael B's like, oh, my pronouns are he his, and
Yeah,
Bowen corrects, and actually, Ken's would be he they.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, huh, interesting.
Hmm. Yeah.
All right, but then I believe Andrew, who's the director, is like saying, no, actually, I don't want to say it, but like, could you make it sound more
Hetero.
masculine? Yeah, more
Yeah,
hetero.
more hetero. Yeah,
And then of course, like, it's like, oh yeah, I got it. And then of
yeah,
course he goes on to say things like, oh, I saw you changing in the locker room, but I was completely soft.
yeah. Like straight guys say.
Yeah, easy, brother.
Uh,
My wife is on this app.
yeah.
Like street,
And
like
he's like, it's not an app, it's a game. I also liked it at one point. He tells Bowen to like make like animal sounds, and Bowen's like clucking like a chicken or something like that.
oh yeah, yeah,
And he says like, I have auditory recency bias, so I'm only going to remember the very last thing you said. That was cute. Just a nice bizarre touch.
yeah, yeah. So and then I think this it wraps up because in the beginning of the sketch,
Yeah.
uh, Andrew says that the uh, the original actor quit because he's temperamental and also because I slept with his wife.
Right.
And then, which of course leads the original actor Frank, played by Mikey, to come in and threaten Andrew. So the other voice actors beat him up in order
Yes.
to protect him, and of course they make the sounds that
They're making those unexpected sounds in the fight, which
exactly.
that was cute. I really like that they had the because I slept with the actor's wife. I love that they had that come back, and and oddly enough, once again, somebody else is sleeping with Mikey Day's wife.
Yeah, what
So
is going on here?
I don't know. It wasn't a pattern I noticed until I was rewatching the show, and I was like, oh wow, okay,
Is Mikey?
wow.
Yeah, is Mikey D and his wife in like couples counseling or some shit?
I don't know. I hope
Oh,
everything's okay. I
Mike.
hope it's just so far removed from the truth that it's uh, absurd and therefore comedic.
Yeah, Mikey, if you're listening to the podcast, and I know you are, just give us a call, man. We just want to make sure you're all right.
Yeah,
We'll
we're your friends.
yeah, we'll
We're your
go.
friends. We get remember how we gave you that most improved Wikipedia profile pic?
Remember that?
Remember that?
Yeah,
And you replied to us on Twitter. That was fun,
the,
right?
the good old days. Remember
We're
that?
your
Yeah.
buddies. So if you need to talk, we're here for you.
We know you're not Alex Moffat anymore. We know that.
Yeah.
So hey, man, if you want to go out and grab a beer, we're here, man.
Yes.
Okay, we care.
We care.
Yeah. So not a bad sketch. It's definitely like a very silly sketch.
Yeah.
This one
But
is
just, just fun, goofy stuff.
yeah, yeah.
I enjoyed it. Like a lot of the things this week, I don't think any sketches really overstayed their welcome, which was nice.
Yeah, like I don't think any of the. I would say on the show that I don't think any of them really, bottomed out and fell with a thud.
Right.
But yeah, yeah.
There were a couple that ended abruptly, I would say, but
Oh, I know which one you're thinking
or
about.
oddly, but
Mm,
yeah.
absolutely, yeah. But yeah. Overall, a game session. It's okay. It's
Yeah,
a
it's
nice.
all right. I enjoyed it. It was cute.
And this one was written by Jimmy Fowley and Celeste Yim.
All
Hmm.
right.
Okay, and so next up we got our musical guest, Lil Baby.
Little baby.
Lil Baby. Uh, he did two songs, California Breeze, and what's the whole name of the other one?
Forever.
Forever,
Forever.
Forever.
So, yeah, not much to say about this, honestly. Not really my thing, but I thought it was impressive what they did technically. I think it's amazing what they're doing with the musical guests now. With just they do like impressive things. It looks like a Super Bowl halftime show now.
It really does. Like, I mean, Little Baby kind of had his hair up like Busta Rhymes in the '90s, like those two
Hmm.
little buns on top of his head.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, and visually it looked pretty fantastic with all the lights and all that stuff. But
yeah,
like visually, it looks nice.
yeah.
Musically, uh,
Not a fan.
no, not really. I don't know. I think I just kind of come to grips with the fact that I'm not into like the new hip hop. Like if it doesn't sound like the hip hop I grew up with in the '90s, I don't think I can connect with it. Like I just thought Little
Uh,
Baby was okay. He wasn't giving too much energy into it. Maybe that was it. Like he just seemed to kind of do his little auto tune speed rap thing,
yeah,
and it was just like, all right, I guess this is aight. But
Yeah.
it really, I was just like, I'd rather hear Black Star or or something else I grew up with in the '90s.
Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha.
It was just like, all right, this is all right.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, son.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I don't have too many other notes. It's like, oh, this is okay, I
Yeah.
guess.
This is just one of those weeks I was like, okay, well, musical guest is not for me.
Yeah,
No.
it's no Sharon Stone laying down in the middle of the stage, looking off into the distance.
I mean, why can't we have more of Sharon Stone on a chaise lounge?
That's what
I ask you.
I mean. It's if you don't have Sharon Stone lying on a chaise lounge in your performance, is it even a performance?
Do you really have anything? No, I don't. I don't think so.
Yeah, not don't have to get Sharon Stone. Get somebody, some other, you know, uh,
Famous
'90s.
person from the '90s. Yes.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
Gina Davis in there. Have her
Yeah.
lie on
Let's
a
get
chaise
Gina
lounge.
Davis in there.
Get Bridget Fonda or
Yes. Let's have some Bridget Fonda up in
Gina.
this
Yeah,
joint.
Gina Gershon.
Gina Gershon, who I think was also mentioned during Weekend Update.
She was. She was.
Yes.
Ooh, I like that segue that you did,
Yeah.
sir. Well done. Because now we're up to the part where we talk about Weekend Update.
Look at that Weekend Update with Colin Jost and Michael Che.
Hey, yeah.
So yeah, pretty good Weekend Update, I thought.
Jokes.
Nice jokes. I thought were pretty
Not bad.
solid jokes throughout.
Yeah, not bad. I like the one Che had about how TikTok is trying to get Congress to stop from banning the app, and they're coming up with this thing called Protect Texas because TikTok is their baby, and they know Texas won't let them get rid of it.
Yeah,
Woo!
because Texas is anti-abortion.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh,
gotta carry that TikTok to term.
oh God! Oh wow, that is a wow. Nothing but net, sir. Nothing but net. Well done. I
um,
like the Che's other joke talking about how chatbot lets people talk to Jesus and Hitler, and one guy who thinks he's both. Picture of Kanye.
Picture of Kanye. Haha. It's funny because Kanye's insane and stupid.
He's crazy.
He's crazy.
Hmm.
He's crazy.
But yeah, not a bad weekend update. Some solid jokes from Jost and
Uh-huh.
Che. Not too.
We had a couple death seconds. I had Keenan come on as Che's doorman Carl, who's just let's see. He supposedly was talking about the New York rental market, which I wouldn't even remember unless that but that's what they have it titled on YouTube. So
Mm.
yeah, okay, he's talking about the New York rental market, right?
Sure, I'll go with
Um,
that premise.
right, right. But it's really just Keenan and his Carl just kind of making fun of Che, and he's like, "Hey, you're here making the big bucks in the half suit and jeans,"
Yeah, I think
and like,
yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, even at one point, like he's just like saying, "Hey, so what's all this? What are you doing here?" And he's
Yeah,
like, "Yeah,
yeah,
you're at my work. We're on live television." I was like,
yeah,
"Oh, okay."
yeah. And he's talking about how like women are coming around, and he's like, "Oh yeah, don't worry. I told her you moved to Jamaica." And Jay's like, "Yeah, I'm literally here in New York. I'm on live television right now. I'm obviously not in Jamaica."
He's like, no one's watching this.
Yeah, yeah, she's not watching. And like kids are coming around. A dog is coming around looking for Che. Lots of people looking for Che at his place.
Yeah. Che's a wanted man. Apparently, he's like
Yeah,
everybody's. Some guy named Cornelius is looking for him.
yeah, sure. It's never good news when a Cornelius is looking for you.
No, I mean,
I have never had a Cornelius looking for me, and it turned out to be good news.
no, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Chevy Chase's birth name is Cornelius. If I'm,
I think so. Yeah.
so
So
yeah, so that checks out. That story checks
yeah,
out.
the story bears out.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Uh,
So yeah, that was cute.
yeah, it seemed pretty aimless. This thing, it was just like kind of.
Yeah.
It really felt like Keenan was like kind of. I mean, I understand the point of it was just supposed to be like, oh, this is just like small talk you have with your doorman. It
Yeah.
just the small talk seemed too small. It seemed to go on a little bit too long for me. Where I
Yeah.
was just like,
Yeah.
all right, what's
Maybe a
happening?
little longer than it should have been, but
Yeah, I was just like, all right, what's happening here?
what you gonna do?
This is
Um,
this is just riffing. We're just watching
yeah,
riffing now.
we're just riffing now, and we had Heidi return as Angel, every boxer's girlfriend in every boxing movie ever.
Mm,
Um, and the reason she's doing that, and she has an even more tenuous connection to any news story. She was supposedly talking about the return of the Wendy's Vanilla Frosty.
mm.
We discarded that like 30 seconds in, I'd say.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, she's just, you know, and that's fine. I mean, but why even put up the pretense?
Yeah, why are we going through this preamble? Just
Yeah,
let's get to the
yeah.
good stuff, baby.
We're just doing this because we got the guy from Creed here.
Yeah.
And of course, Michael B. Jordan appears as his character from the movies Adonis Creed, son of Apollo Creed from the Rocky
Yeah,
movies.
and this is like the second time that the host appeared on Weekend Update. Like, I mean, we had last week we had Aubrey Plaza as April Ludgate. Now we
Uh
got
huh.
Mikey B as Creed.
Look at that,
How
huh?
about that?
It's 2 weeks running. It's like almost a trend.
Almost?
Yeah,
Yeah, almost. I'd say.
yeah,
And yeah. So yeah, and then so the two of them have a little back and forth because I think because Creed, she wants to see Creed because Creed knocked out Tommy, and Tommy's brains are all
right,
scrambled,
right.
and of course, then
And we find out that Creed is actually the father of one of her kids, and Tommy doesn't realize that because he doesn't see color. Like physically, he does not see color.
he doesn't see
Um,
color, numbers, or shapes.
yes, yeah. I mean, this wasn't a character I was really clamoring for the return of, but I see why they did it because you got the
Yeah,
Creed guy there. Why not?
yeah, like he was a boxer, and it's a boxer's girlfriend, so boxer,
Yeah,
boxer. Let's get. Yeah, it seemed like the audience really wasn't into it either. Like the audience was kind of like meh on this.
yeah. I don't know if Creed is like a, I think those movies are popular, but I don't know if he's like a get the audience on their feet kind of character.
Yeah, I see that. It's not like Killmonger or nothing.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
or even Rocky.
or even Rocky. Oh yeah, that guy.
I don't know. Have you seen any of the Creed movies? I have not.
I have. The first one is quite good. First one is
Yeah,
very good. I think I saw that in the theater. The second one is pretty good too. I plan on seeing the third one.
yeah, and
But
he's
yeah,
directing the third one, so
yeah, it's him and
it's really just like the Rocky movies because I think Stallone started directing with the third one.
yeah, it's history repeating itself.
It's kind of eerie. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's the one with him and Jonathan Majors, who is just yoked beyond yoked in that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I mean, my God,
The
it is.
Killmonger versus Kang.
God, it's just two statuesque men. Like it's just oi 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 oi. It's not a
Yeah,
not a dry seat in the house. Like I don't know how they're gonna do
yeah,
it. But yeah, like yeah, I thought this was it was okay. It just seemed to kind of it just seemed like I don't know, it didn't seem to really be there. Like the lines or it
yeah,
just seemed to be a little just off. I
yeah.
guess
It
that's
didn't
what.
blow me away.
Yeah, that's true. But this was like
Yeah,
another time. Another thing I've noticed is like another time where Michael B. Jordan and Heidi Gardner are paired up again in a
right.
sketch. Cause
And
like,
because Creed slept with Angel, I'm now imagining Mikey Day as her boyfriend Tommy.
I could see that. I could see
Yeah,
that.
as
They should have had Mikey Day come out like as
as a
Tommy.
crippled Tommy. Yeah,
Yeah, and then while Creed puts the moves on Angel, he could whisper to Tommy, "Hey, if you could save you could save more if you do a car auto bundle or
right. Sure. Yeah.
home auto
Well, I
bundle."
mean,
See,
that's just
call
makes sense
back.
to bond it. Call
Uh,
back.
yeah, but yeah. So I think the jokes were better in this weekend update. The two death segments I thought were kind of
Yeah,
not the
they
strongest.
were just okay. Neither one rose above okay for me.
Yeah.
So next we got another sketch. This one's called Male Confidence Seminar, and it's
Mm.
Andrew Dismukes, and he's like one of those guys like that mystery guy from the Pickup Artist show on VH1.
Oh, remember
Remember that?
that? Yeah,
Remember
like that.
that?
Remember? Yeah, it's like a
The
dude who had like
peacocking and the demonstrating higher value and all
yeah,
that.
yeah. He like wore jewelry and like a fur coat and like a Jamiroquai hat, and he would just come
Yes.
through and insult women and be like, "Oh, that's how you
Right.
get them."
Yeah. Yeah.
You tell them they're ugly.
And yeah, and all the women were just going nuts. Yeah, and he's just like showing all these kind of wussy guys how to be reprehensible human beings.
I wonder what he's doing now. I bet it'd be hilarious if he was like, working on his third divorce and behind on alimony payments.
He's probably still out there. He's probably still doing the seminars and stuff.
I guess so. It'd be funny, or
I
maybe
guess.
he has like a comb over and his pot belly. Still wearing the Jamiroquai hat.
Hat's covering up a bald spot now. Yeah.
Oh boy, Mysterio or Mystery, whatever you call yourself. If you're out there and you're listening to the SNL Nerds podcast, and I know you are, call us in.
Yeah.
And let's know how you're doing.
Yeah. Let's have a reunion show. Let's find out how those guys are doing 10 years down the line.
I'm sure they're doing great.
I'm sure they're doing great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they've all found true love.
That's right.
So Dismukes is the guy leading the seminar. Michael B. Jordan he comes in as the guy changing the water on the water cooler. And and he just kind of like takes over the seminar.
Yeah, because I think he asked Dismukes, "Hey, where do I put this?" And then Dismukes kind of, just comes.
Do I look like I work at the hotel?
Yeah, he kind of zings him, and then of course,
yeah,
Mr. Michael B. Jordan, don't take too kindly to that. And
at one point, Dismukes is like, "Okay, so insult me with something," and Michael B. Jordan just goes, "Forehead."
Yeah,
and for the rest of the sketch, it's just like we're talking about, apparently there's something wrong with Dismukes' forehead.
Yeah, he has a big Jimmy Neutron forehead.
Yeah. I thought there was some nice character work from Devin and James Austin Johnson as like some of the guys in the seminar.
Yeah. I like that.
Nice job.
Yeah, I like that one line where James Austin Johnson stands up and says, like, "Yeah, I'm afraid of, being rejected by women and like being, humiliated by them." And then I think Andrew asked him, "What did he do for a living?" And he says, "Oh, I critique female stand-ups on YouTube."
Yeah, that was great.
A female writer definitely wrote that line.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I liked it. Devin was like, "Well, hey, I've taken your seminar 3 times, and now I have a girlfriend." Well, actually, she's a barista, and no, I haven't spoken to her yet. And Dismukes is like, "Yeah, but still, you saw a woman. That's huge."
Progress, not perfection.
Yeah. I thought this was all right. It just ended very abruptly, man.
Yeah, it ends with Michael B. Jordan's character saying, "Hey guys, you want to go out for a burger? I think I could teach you a few things." And then they all leave with him. And then Dismukes is like, "Hey, I want to come with you guys." And cut end. I don't know if that there was more and they just cut it for time, but it seemed very abrupt.
It's just a strange ending. It didn't really have a big payoff, and you want that big payoff.
Yeah, so this one was all right, but the way it ended was just
that takes it down a few notches, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of notches, party in Palm Springs.
Party in Palm Springs. Woo woo.
Yeah.
Actually, wait. Go ahead.
Male Confidence Seminar written by Jake Nordwin, Sierra O'Sullivan, Will Steven.
All right.
Okay, and Party in Palm Springs, written by Jim Fowley and Sierra O'Sullivan.
Party in Palm Springs. So it's a bachelorette party.
Mm-hmm.
Ego's character is getting married, and all her girls are taking her out. We got Chloe there. We got Punky there. We got Sarah there. And then there's a knock at the door. And it's Michael B. Jordan as a fireman / stripper. He comes out dressed as a fireman, and the audience cheers. They are so excited that Michael B. Jordan is playing a stripper.
Oh my God! It's like Magic Mike. Like the women in the audience are like, "Oh God!" It's like Reggae John Page walked on the stage.
Yeah. Well, like again, I think they had Jason Momoa do some sort of stripper thing when he hosted, and it was the same sort of thing. And people were just so damn excited. They're like, "Yay, he's here! He's going to be taking clothes off! Yay!"
Yeah, it's another sketch based on the fact that Michael B. Jordan is beefy and beautiful.
Women want to get with him.
Oh, give me it!
So yeah, he starts his routine, and it's quickly disrupted by another ring at the doorbell, and it's Heidi as his pregnant wife who needs to charge her Galaxy phone.
Mm.
She's extremely pregnant. Later in the sketch, Michael B. Jordan says, "Yeah, she's been pregnant for a little over a year," which seems like too long. I'm not an expert in the birthing of the babies, but this seems like too long to me.
I'm a baby doctor, but yeah, that I'm pretty sure that's way too long.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm no
um,
babyologist, I believe
yeah,
it's called.
yeah. Yes, babyologist.
Yes,
Um,
the
a
technical term.
doctorate of hoo-ha-dom.
Yeah,
Um,
and like I don't know if you saw. Did you see the show live? On
yeah.
Was it just me, or was there one shot where like another camera was clearly in the shot? Did
I
you
think
see
I
that?
missed that.
I could have sworn I saw it live, streaming on Peacock, and there was
Yeah.
one shot where I swear like the front of another camera got into the shot a little bit, and then somebody backed it, and then they're like, I'm sure
Weird.
I'm sure it's not on YouTube. I'm sure they like cut it
No,
out.
they corrected it. I rewatched it on Peacock, and yeah, it is fixed. So
But yeah, like if you were there, you
yeah.
saw it live. You saw like a big old whoopsie do, like I
Huh.
did.
Well.
It
Yeah.
was
Well, they're very good when there's a technical screw up during the live show. They are good about correcting that before they put it up on YouTube, and either by going with the dress rehearsal version, or I guess doing a quick re-edit or something
mm,
like that. So
yeah,
yeah,
very
they
true.
fixed that.
Yeah, they fixed it up.
Um, and yeah, and this was another one that ended kind of abruptly, like because like Heidi's water breaks, and then they all start delivering the baby at the end.
Yeah,
And I
this
was like,
was
oh, that's a way to end it. Okay.
yeah, this was a weird one, but you could tell a lot of people had fun with it. You could definitely tell Heidi was having fun with it, like especially
Yeah.
when he was like, "No, it's okay. You guys can watch my man strip. It's God is good. God is good."
Right.
And like,
And she's like, basically sticking her fake pregnancy tummy into everyone's face, into Chloe and Sarah's face.
yeah,
And
like at one point, I think like Michael B is grinding on Chloe, and then Heidi's bouncing her pregnant belly off of Chloe's head. Even
yeah.
Chloe's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa."
Yeah. Chloe's starting to break a little bit.
Yeah, and I also had another part, like because Michael B. Jordan had a big fire, like an actual fire hose with him, and
Yeah.
so Heidi straddles it and is like, "Which one of you hoes want to ride his hose?" And then she
Yeah.
actually sticks like the hose end in Sarah's face. And Sarah's
Yeah.
like, "The fuck? What? Whoa, what are you doing?"
Yeah. Yeah. Heidi was having fun with it.
And yeah, another sketch where Heidi is coupled up with Michael B. Jordan. I see what you're doing,
Yeah.
Heidi.
I also like the line of like, well, hey, we already paid him the $30. That seems like low for a stripper.
It's been a while since I've done paid for that, but yeah, 30 is
Yeah,
on the low side.
that sounds low to me.
Those are 1995 prices.
Yeah. So, this was cute enough. Again, I thought the ending took it down a notch or two.
Yeah, the ending was definitely like, all right, I don't know. Again, I don't know if it was for time or maybe they had a better ending or that was just the way they wanted to end it. But the ending was like, I was like, oh wow,
Yeah,
that's really abrupt. Just her water breaking and her giving birth while Genuine Pony play in the background.
yeah.
I was like, all right, that's a choice. It's a choice.
It's, that is a thing that we did.
Hmm.
Um, all right. So next, we've do we have writers for that one?
Yeah. I believe Jimmy Fowley and Sierra O'Sullivan.
Oh, look at that. Okay,
And yeah, next. Wow, we're flying through this episode. Holy
we
moly!
are. We are.
Next up, King Brothers Toyota.
King Brothers Toyota fake commercial with Andrew Dismukes
Hmm.
and James Austin Johnson, and they're the King Brothers at a Toyota dealership, and they're having a big overstock sale, and they're located at exit 250, and they're cautioning everyone to take the left lane. If you get in the right lane, you're going to be in this massive overflow line for the new Raising Cane's. Uh, so yeah.
Yeah,
It's a really popular restaurant and everybody's going to that, and it's really cutting into the King Brothers Toyota business.
yeah. Like I had to look it up, and yeah, I mean, the Raising Cane's is I guess pretty popular restaurant chain in the South.
I,
There's a ton of them.
yeah, I guess it's a regional chain. I've never heard of it, but
I looked at. There's a few in the Northeast. There's like two in Boston, and that's it. But like, there's a
all right.
ton in Texas, and
Okay.
Because Andrew Dismukes is from Texas, I feel like he had a hand in this. And
Oh, there you go. Okay. Well,
sure,
maybe we should take a road trip and check out Raising Cane's. Find out what all the fuss is about.
all the hubbub. And yeah,
Yeah.
sure enough, this sketch was written by Dismukes and Brian Tucker. And I
Yes.
like this sketch quite a bit. I like the premise.
So did I. Yeah.
I like the premise of this Toyota dealership about to go under because no one can get to them because the drive-through line of all these like the In-N-Out Burger and the Chick-fil-A and the Raising Cane is so
Yeah.
long and blocking everybody from getting to their
It
dealership.
was very specific. I like that. I liked all the detail they packed in there. They have Michael B. Jordan come in. He's like this expert salesman, and he's trying to play hardball with Raising Cane's by threatening to reveal the ingredients of their secret sauce. And he's like, number one, ketchup, and then he
Boom!
comes with like pepper.
Boom!
Balls in your court.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Yeah. And I like how later in the sketch they detail that they literally cannot leave because the overflow of traffic is so huge, and that they've missed family events
Yeah,
because of this.
Mrs. Niece, one guy missed his niece christening. Oh, christening? Christening.
Christening
Christening. That's,
or
yeah.
christening.
Or Christ. I call it christening because I'm super holy.
Yeah, you're very religious.
Yes. Amen.
Yeah. But I really like this. This was fun and weird. I'd say this is like my second favorite of the night, definitely.
I'd agree. Yeah.
This is the weirdness that you want as you're getting towards the 1 o'clock hour.
I'd agree. Like I mean, as someone who's driven by their fair shares of Chick-fil-A, like
Mhm.
every time, have you driven by Chick-fil-A? Every time I go by there, the drive-through line is always like 10 cars deep. It is bonkers. So
I have a Chick-fil-A not too far from me, but I've never really noticed how much traffic they get.
the
I can't say.
the lines are always bonkers. And the one time I did go to California and I wanted to go to In-N-Out Burger, again, the lines for the
Yeah.
drive-through are like insane. I think I waited in line to get for like 15 minutes or something. It was
Wow.
it was pretty nuts. So like I get the premise of it. Like so
Hmm.
to take it to this extreme where the lines of a to the drive-through of a restaurant are so severe that it's impacting other people's businesses. That's
Yeah.
a funny take. And
Yeah, that's cool. And again, they pack this with a lot of detail. A nice. I liked how Andrew and James were both playing their characters. I wouldn't mind seeing them come back to these characters.
same thing. Like
I feel like there might be a little more fuel left in this tank.
yeah, I mean the two of them play off each other really well. Like I mean they're both,
Hmm.
guys from the South. Dismukes from Texas, and
Yeah.
James Austin Johnson, I believe, is from Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
Yes.
so like they know how like the Midwest Southern white guy vibe is, so they can really
Yes.
play off that. So it's like they could definitely come back with these two characters and do more with it. Like
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
enjoyed like their chemistry, and the premise
Hmm.
of the sketch and the writing I thought was solid. This was right.
Yeah.
I think this is like neck and neck with the Jake from State Farm sketch for me for the night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. A good way to wind up the night. But we got one more thing.
That's
We
right.
got we got another pre-tape.
Third pre-tape of the night.
So many pre-tapes.
So many pre-tapes.
This one is called "Falling Down," which is of course about Michael Douglas going nuts when he can't get breakfast at McDonald's.
Speaking of fast food restaurants.
Yes. No, it's actually about
What?
Michael B. Jordan walking around, and he's falling down, and Andrew Dismukes is always there to see him fall down. He's like, "Hey, are you okay, bud?"
you okay there, bud?
A lot of Andrew Dismukes in this episode,
This is
and that
yeah.
not a complaint, just an observation. I was like, heavy episode for Andrew.
This was the Mukes heavy episode. I would say this Mukes and Heidi. This was pretty heavy on both.
Yeah.
This sketch was written by Dismukes too, which isn't too big of a shock. But this sketch is an odd one. It's weird how they were able to get a Beck and Kyle sketch in this episode that doesn't have Beck and Kyle in it. This felt so Beck and Kyle, this sketch.
Did it? Okay.
To me it did, because it's
Yeah.
it's really kind of out there, this one.
I can sort of see that. I wasn't saying that cold, but I can see what you're saying. Yeah.
Right. Like,
Um.
yeah. So it's basically like you said, Michael B. Jordan constantly falling down. Andrew Dismuke seeing him fall down. I think Bowen and Sarah have a talk with Dismuke saying, "Hey, man, you gotta not see Michael B. Jordan fall down anymore, man."
Right. Right. And he's like, I can't help it. He just falls down, and I'm there.
Yeah.
And yeah, Michael B. Jordan like runs out of 30 Rock, and then Andrew comes to get him, and then they're not falling, they're flying, and we see them flying around 30 Rock, and this is like minutes before the show.
Yeah.
So
This was an odd one.
weird one, but uh, fine. Shot well,
Yeah.
good stuff.
I think
Um,
I did laugh at the line where the two of them have a talk, Michael and Andrew, and I think Andrew said, "Hey, man, I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes you fall, and sometimes I there."
yes,
I don't know why that made me laugh. It's so dumb.
yeah, yeah,
I also like when the part where Michael B. Jordan is they have a big blowout and
hmm
Andrew runs out saying, "I'm done with this man," and of course
yeah.
Sarah cries in Bowen's arms, and then
Yeah, yeah, that was cute. I liked what Sarah and Bowen brought to the sketch. That
yeah,
was that was fun.
and then Michael B. Jordan is like, "Oh, what have I done? I pushed away my best friend."
Yeah.
Andrew just meow, and then,
Yes, and I like after the first time he fell in front of Andrew Dismukes, he's like, "Oh well, it's not like Keenan saw me. It was just Andrew Dismukes."
yeah, and like
And the fact that Andrew Dismukes wrote that makes it even funnier.
right, and like when and also when Michael B. Jordan is thinking about all the good times they had like leading up to tonight,
Hmm.
like pitching ideas in the writers' room. We get a quick little shot of Alex English, one of the actual writers of the show.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, and I also noticed.
Is he dating anyone from the show?
I don't think so. I think I might know. I definitely know people that know him. I can definitely ask, but I don't
Okay,
think he's.
well, let's say he's dating Keenan.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah.
All right. Inquiring minds want to know.
I just want to clarify for legal reasons that we here at the SNL Nerds have no knowledge on who Alex Inglis or Keenan Thompson might be dating in real life, and we are only speculating along those lines for comedic purposes. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you. Allegedly, we got to cover our legal.
Allegedly, please don't sue us. We have no money.
We none, not none. I'm broadcasting from my closet. Come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
My bank account's in the negative. Okay.
oh God, that was real. But I also liked.
Close to.
God, I also liked how there was like a scene where Andrew Smukes was, pitching jokes to Michael B. Jordan, and if you look, you can see behind the Smukes there was like the board with all the listings of the guest hosts and musical hosts that they've had this season so
Yeah, yeah.
far.
We saw some names of like what looked like cut sketches.
Yeah, yeah, and we also saw the host and musical guest for next week's sketch was up there too. I was like, "Ooh,
Oh,
look
look
at
at
that!
that! Look at that!
Huh? How about that? Ah,
We see a 3x5 card with a Pedro Pascal
that's
written
right.
on it, and a Coldplay.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So Pedro Pascal and Coldplay hosting next week and
That's right.
musical guesting next week.
Yeah, very interesting matchup. What are your thoughts on that? On
I
Pedro.
mean, I enjoy the Pedro Pascal,
Hmm.
and I've enjoyed the Coldplay.
Yeah,
I am in favor of this.
absolutely. For those who don't know, Pedro Pascal is kind of a hot commodity these days. He's on the hot new show on HBO, The Last of Us. He's
Hmm.
also, of course, in the Disney Plus show, The Mandalorian. He's also.
Been in the Star Wars. He's been in. He was in the Wonder Woman 84.
Mm, yeah,
He was in that
that was
movie with Nicolas Cage.
oh, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Yes.
Yes, yes.
And for those that are really old school, you remember him from Narcos, which is like I think that's the one that's the one where the TV show from Netflix that really kind of got on him. A lot of people got him on a lot of people's radar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fantastic actor. I think he's one of those actors that's mostly connected with intense, gritty dramas. He's like
Uh huh.
he's mainly known as a dramatic actor, but he kind of has like a goofy, silly side too. So I
He's
think,
very likable.
yeah,
I just instinctively like the guy, and
yeah.
yeah,
I think this. I think he's gonna do really well. I know
I think
he's
he's
kind.
going to be a good host.
Yeah, like he's one of those actors. Like I'd say, like like his good friend Oscar Isaac or Willem
Hmm.
Dafoe or even Adam Driver, where they're known for their intense dramatic roles. But you get him on
Yeah,
SNL, and be like, oh, he's a bit of a goofball. All right, that's
yeah,
cool.
it's fun seeing the dramatic guys get goofy.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And Coldplay is, this will be the seventh time they've done the show. They're always,
seventh time, wow,
seventh time.
wow,
Yeah.
wow,
Wow. Wow.
wow,
Wow.
7 times,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah. Loki, you're a variant. Oh. What the hell is this? Oh yeah. So yeah, Coldplay's cool. I like
Yeah,
I like clocks.
yeah, sure,
All
sure.
right.
In rainbows.
In Rainbow. Yeah. What isn't that Radiohead you're thinking about?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Because I got mixed up. I was testing you, is what I was doing. That's yeah.
uh
I
don't
know music.
I know. Coldplay. They're the ones that did the Joshua Tree, right?
Right.
Huh. But yeah, I mean they're basically like U2 for millennials. They're like the big arena
Yeah.
pop rock band. You hear a lot of their music in commercials.
There you go.
They're
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. No, I tend to like their music. I'm not so nuts about the Chris Martin, the Gwyneth Paltrow of it all. But
Mm.
hey, I don't have to be friends with them in life. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's next week. Pedro Pascal and Coldplay. But this episode, John, overall thoughts on Michael B. Jordan and Lil Baby.
I thought it was a pretty good episode overall. I mean, there wasn't anything I like outright hated, which is always nice.
Yeah,
Like I said, I didn't think anything really overstayed its welcome. I really liked the Jake from State Farm and
the
the
Toyota.
King Brothers Toyota sketches,
Right.
and I also thought the roller coaster accident was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Overall, I think I might have liked the Aubrey Plaza episode a little bit more, but this was a pretty.
Hmm.
Overall, I thought this was a pretty solid episode. Michael
Yeah.
B was game for everything.
Hmm.
And yeah, I would agree with you. Jake from State Farm and the Toyota Kings brothers were like the two MVPs of the night for me.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
good to see like Dismukes getting a good chunk of screen time in this episode.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Heidi getting a lot of screen time in this episode.
Hmm.
It was
Hmm. I
yeah.
mean, a little disappointed to see no Molly and
Mm,
no Please Don't Destroy.
mm.
Missed both of them.
Yeah, that's true. That's a
So a little Please Don't Destroy would have made this episode even better.
woulda, but
I like seeing Molly pop up in things too, and
yes.
I don't think she popped up at all, except like in the Good Nights.
Uh
And I see her in the Good Nights, and I was like, oh
oh yeah, she's on the show too.
yeah, Molly is on the show.
He's still in the cast. She's or he or
They're
they.
still
Damn
on
it!
the
I meant
cast.
they. They're still in the
Yeah,
cast.
that's cool. That's
I'm
cool.
trying, man. I'm trying, guys.
Yeah. Hey, you corrected yourself.
Yes, I did. I'm an ally. I learn. I grow.
Right.
Absolutely. So, hey, let's look at the Twitter sphere and see what the Twitter
Oh
people
yeah,
think.
let's do that. Let's see what the people thought.
Yeah, yeah. So, what do we got here on the Twitter? Oh, we got this from Drew S. Rod saying, "Oh, I think I just posted this not too long ago."
Oh yeah, okay.
Good app overall. Michael B. Jordan seemed like he was game for anything. Cold Open was a nice showcase for Mikey, and I love the low key shout out of the Memphis tragedy. The Dominican Resort sketch was fun. State Farm sketch was basically a remake of Roach X from season 44 with Don Cheadle, which we mentioned.
Which we said yes.
Except this was much funnier. Also,
Ooh,
well, I think with the Roach X, it was like a lot more. It was definitely darker. The
I would definitely give it to Roach X over the Jake from State Farm, but I thought Jake from State Farm was very good as
Yeah,
well.
like I rewatched the Roach X commercial. It was definitely a lot more darker and grim than the State
Yeah,
Farm one. So maybe that's what he meant by like funnier. And he also says, "Oh, also
or maybe he
interesting."
just meant funnier.
Yeah, oh yeah, maybe. And he also says, "Also interesting. We got host appearing in update 2 weeks in a row."
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay.
So yeah, all right. Well, yeah, thank you very much for your thoughts, Rod. Let's see. We also have from Puppet Perspectives at Puppet Reviews 15. He says, "I can confidently say that that was the best SNL of the year so far!" Three
Mm.
exclamation points.
Ooh.
I never did trust that State Farm guy, and he actually tagged State Farm. I
Oh
love that.
God.
I mean, is Jake even his real name?
Puppet
Um,
Perspectives shaking the hornet's nest, causing
wow.
problems.
I mean, look, we know that's not the first Jake from State Farm. Remember? There was
Mm.
that other guy.
Never forget.
Jake from State Farm used to be a white dude.
That's right.
Changed it to a black dude a couple years ago.
That's
I think it
right.
was a couple years ago. I don't know.
Affirmative action. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, what? What? Our insurance has got to be woke now?
Uh,
What's going on with that?
that's right. What's up? January 6th, you know where to find me. Oh God. All right. Let's turn it to the Joe Rogan's podcast real quick.
Yep.
Mikey says,
Mikey.
another decent episode overall, although the cold open seemed to fall a bit flat for me. Strong monologue again, but then another odd choice as a first sketch. Definitely had more of a 10-1 vibe to it, and went on a bit too long. Apart from that, the episode got stronger as it went on. Okay, not
Yeah,
bad.
our friend Bill Broski says, by odd choice for the first sketch, you mean absolutely the correct choice, right?
Oh
Well,
God.
along with a picture of Sarah from the sketch. And
God.
Mikey says, of course, rather a weird old Sarah sketch than another game show thing up top. Yeah, I mean, they were freshening it up a bit. And
Yeah.
yeah, that was part of why I enjoyed seeing that.
Yeah, it seems like they're actually listening to us whenever we complain and moan about, oh, the cold open's too long, oh, another game show sketch. It seems like they are in like hearing us and really trying to like switch things up and try out different
I
things.
mean,
And
I
I
am sure that everyone at 30 Rock faithfully listens to this podcast every
right,
week and they take notes and they're like, okay, we've got to just make sure that we please John and Darren.
yes,
If
well,
nothing else, we've got to make sure we please John and Darren.
yes, well,
Um,
SNL staff, if you're listening, and we know you are, we are pleased. Job well
we
done.
are, yeah, no, we enjoyed it.
That's
We
right.
enjoyed it overall.
Take the
We
rest
also
of
got to read.
take the week off.
Yeah. but you got to come back for next Saturday.
Yes.
We also got a retweet from Lucho Blanco, who said, "Got the feeling you guys are not going to be kind to this app.
Oh.
Few highlights: State Farm, Pool Boys, Male Stripper. Too many flat one joke sketches. SW the SW pre-taped.
Oh, the Southwest.
The Southwest. Okay, the Southwest pre-taped. Some are raving about felt cruel, mean, even though the IBM computer joke was funny. Next.
Ooh.
Um,
Uh,
no, well, I think we liked it more than you did, Lucho.
I didn't think it was.
So
I mean, I don't think it
yeah.
was. I think they were like taking the piss out of him. I don't think it was cruel. I don't think it stepped over any lines really.
No. I mean, Southwest really screwed up there. They
Yeah.
so
I
yeah.
mean,
I think it's fair game to go after
yeah,
them.
like 3 million people had their holiday ruined because of Southwest.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think.
and it took them like a week to get home.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry the episode didn't work for you, but yeah, no, we actually kind of liked it.
Yeah. We take down the companies.
Yeah,
Yeah. Take them down a
I
few
mean,
pegs.
we're about the love.
Yeah. I mean,
We're about the love.
I can sort of understand where he means. Like a few of the sketches were, I don't say underwritten, but like we said, like the endings were kind of abrupt and
Yeah, I can see I see what he says about some of the sketches being like one joke premises. Yeah, and that can be a problem for the show.
yeah,
Definitely.
like
I mean,
yeah, I mean like the Sarah Sherman sketch with the roller coaster face, like that
mhm.
is kind of a one joke sketch, but
Yeah,
first of all, it didn't go on. I don't think it went on too long, and second of all, they kind of did as much as they could with it, and like they played up the
yeah,
silly. I think as long as you are play up the silly of it and have fun with it,
yeah,
it doesn't become a drag, so it's okay.
yeah, yeah.
I think that's the right way to say it.
Sure, let's say that.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
So yeah, but decent episode overall. Wouldn't mind seeing Michael B. Jordan coming back to host. Maybe a little less thirsty next time.
Yeah, Michael be hosting.
Yeah. But decent overall. And so next week we got the Pedro Pascal and the Coldplay.
And yeah,
that'll be fun.
That'll be fun. And that's the episode, guys. Thanks for listening, as always, to the podcast. As always, you can follow us on Twitter at SNL Nerds Show. You could follow the podcast and donate to our Patreon, Non-Productive.com /SNL Nerds. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Darincredible. That's DARI Incredible.
And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Trumbull Comic. That's TRUMBULL. And the word comic.
Hey now.
And follow the show page, SNL Nerd Show.
Like
and tell your friends.
Yeah, for God's sakes.
With the word of mouth.
What the fuck?
Tell people, hey, you like SNL? You might like this podcast about SNL, where people give their opinions and stuff.
Yeah.
And if you disagree with their opinions, they explain why their opinions are right and your opinions are wrong.
Yes.
But they do it in a funny, fun, inviting sort of way.
Yeah, we're not dicks about it. We just know that we are correct and you are incorrect.
Yeah. I mean, the sooner you realize that, the happier you'll be.
Yeah, that's all. Just know your place in life and know that you're doing life wrong.
Yeah. All right. So, anyway, we'll be back next week, and we'll be talking about Pedro Pascal and Coldplay and SNL and see how thirsty people are for Pedro Pascal. But until then, nerds out!
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer, Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.